The moment of truth has arrived. On February 2nd, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, the Scrappers Championship will be announced. The tension has been building as Kato and Jack Reacher went head-to-head in an unforgettable championship bout. But who emerged victorious? Tune in as we reveal the winner live on YouTube or disputedpod.com. This reveal you won't want to miss, as the champion will be crowned and the legacy of the Scrappers will be forever changed. Don't miss the Scrappers Championship reveal, February 2nd, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern.
Welcome, adjudicators, to another episode of Disputed, where two fictional characters go head-to-head, armed with only their advocates, and you will discover everything is disputed.
Yeah,
man, this has been a season, my friend.
Yes, it has. Quite a long one. I meant to do this and I forgot. I was going to see how many days it's been since the start of the first tournament matchup to today, and just to see what that was.
I know it's been more than 525,600 minutes. I can tell you that.
I don't know how many days that is, so I believe you.
Well, you'll find out soon enough when I bring Tara on. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, my friend?
Why, surely. What's up, nerds and blurs? I'm Damon, father of two, husband of one, and the sensei of 17 syllable silliness. And you may know me from such podcasts as Damon does, in the Stack the Library podcast, and I am the Tweety Bird of Disputed Podcast.
Thank you, Damon, and welcome to Adjudicators. I'm Dean. I'm the Sylvester of the show. You can find me on really just two podcasts now. I'm doing this one and How Are You Now? But I need to get back on one other one at least. But that's just because I missed Dawn. So we need to get back over on Podskier. But yeah. But anyway, whatever I've been on, you can find me. I'm over on podskier.com. However, since I've gotten into voiceover work, I've started another website called mykindofvoice.com, and you can find some of my voice demos on there. And yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Very cool, very cool.
And I know you're looking to get into it, and we should chat after the show and go over some of that stuff if you're keen on that.
Yes, I am. I'm not sure how late I can do because the wife will be like, "Hey, I need to go to bed."
It's all good. It's all good. So our last episode,
man, that was so good.
Yeah, we witnessed a highly anticipated scrap between two iconic characters, Kato from the Green Hornet and Jack Reacher from Jack Reacher. The tension was palpable. At the very least, the stakes were high. But before we reveal the winner, why don't we just, like we like to do, go to the tape?
Yeah. Back again at the disputed arena. Kato with the bow, being respectful, I guess. And here comes Jack Reacher with his gigantic shoulders. There's some demon imposter as a referee, I see.
Holding up the Scrappers belt. It's a cage match.
Oh, they did. Yeah, he got out just all. Oh, nice drop down, leapfrog. Oh, there you go. Oh, throw it into the cage. Oh, it's a cage match. Nice. Man, Kato's on the offense. Oh, with the cutter! With the cutter! Nobody gets out of that. Oh, that's enough of that nonsense, says Jack Reacher. Form the face. Pick up. He picked me up like he's a small child. Just pitches him neck first into the damn cage. A couple forearms. Oh, threw him again. Like, take your ass on there. I'm the greatest. Oh, nice counter by Kato. Nice European uppercut, but he's from Asia, so whatever. I don't know if that should be an Asian uppercut. No, nice combo. That's enough of that nonsense.
like how he used his head on the rubber band of the top rope.
Oh man, this is a back and forth.
Ugh.
Kato's getting a lot of offense. This doesn't look good. This is a power bomb. Yeah, I think it's a power bomb. Yep. Running. Oh, that what? Oh, a buckle bomb in the corner. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Oh, he's setting up. What's he signaling for? Here comes Kato with the spin and oh, no way, dude. 1, 2, no.
Oh no.
I can't believe that he kicked out of a spinning kick right in the foot. That attack on the offensive. Sack of potatoes.
Oh, it's the Fritz Von Erich claw, man.
Then a choke slamming from the claw. I don't think I've ever seen that. That was nasty. That might be it. Yep, that's it.
That is it.
Hey, and we got a sportsman. Did we have a sportsmanship? Do we have a handshake? Let's shake my hand.
Fuck out of here.
Oh, Jack Reacher. Like, I'm the greatest of all time. Raise my hand. I'm a scrap champ.
I mean, that belt might fit him.
Wow, Jack Reacher with an impressive performance, and he takes home the Scrappers Tournament title.
That was something. So, as the tape reveals, Jack Reacher has emerged victorious with a landslide victory of 78.6% of the votes. Despite having a lower vote count than expected, the results are clear. Jack Reacher overpowered Kato with his military training, tactical prowess, securing him as the title winner of this Scrappers Championship. Congratulations, Jack Reacher, and a round of applause to Kato as well for putting up a strong fight. So it was Reacher for 78.6%, and it was Kato for 21.4%. So thoughts on that, Devon?
Well, I was pretty lopsided. I was hoping it'd be a little closer. It was a good showing. The one-sidedness of the votes from the people, and the people have spoken.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't reflect how good both sides of the actual debate were. It is not an indication of the advocates at all. It's an indication of the love of the characters, and it was. And Jack Reacher is the bigger guy. If Bruce Lee was, at the height of his powers, we're going to assume that, around that when he passed, he still would not have been. No. No.
Yeah, not so much. But anyway, we want to take a moment to thank our amazing advocates for the scrap. Acadia for championing Jack Reacher, MC Amazing for representing Kato. Your passion, energy, and dedication to your characters brought this debate to life and made it an unforgettable experience. Your unwavering support of these characters is truly inspiring. Thank you for sticking with them for so long and making this scrap a memorable one. Additionally, we want to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Keith and Heather Mackey for these incredible videos they made throughout the entire process.
Yes, they were awesome.
They create each episode. You want to see more of their amazing work, check them out at Twitter at heathermackey.com. That's MAKI #1, Heather Mackey 1. And then on Instagram at Soul, SOL Freedom 1010. So let's what do you say we bring some folks on who've been on the season, hey?
Yay, Shirley.
No, that's Tiara. And there's Acadia. Congrats, Acadia.
Why, thank you. Thank you very much. I think I got 50.1% of the vote because I'm still reeling from how good that final was. And I don't know if I agree with Reacher's attitude at the end of the match.
Right. Yeah. I was gonna say he wouldn't be that rude at the end. He would
he would just walk off and disappear and not say a word.
I feel like he would shake his hand. I really do feel like he'd shake his hand.
Maybe he's afraid of ghosts. So he was like,
There's that.
Get out of here, ghost.
I'll fight you, but I won't be friends with you. I have rules.
Up yours, ghost.
Reacher has his rules. It's like Gibbs on NCIS. the Reacher rules. One of them is don't fuck with ghosts. Oh man. So were you expecting a victory? Number one. I mean, I expect anybody who goes into this expects to have some success. Were you expecting to have that big?
No, not at all. Not at all. And I think it has to do with, you know how it is with everybody. Go, oh, I'll definitely do that. I'm so lazy. And then not, you know, I don't think it's representative of the performances as much as it is my ability to annoy people and get them to vote. Now, I do feel like I had a good chance when I saw MC dressed. I was like, this is going to be the best thing because my whole strategy through the whole thing was the opening statement has to be really, really tight. And then they'll be on their heels the rest of the time. And so I went into this one with that too, but it didn't work the same because he just came back all fire. So it was an amazing. I don't know what discussion, but I was hopeful, but not cocky.
No, I think you both did a great job at not seeming that either of you were ahead, because the debate was awesome. I mean, just I mean, if people were voting on the debate alone, it would be much closer.
Oh yeah.
Like usually when I'm watching in the other room, I've already voted by the end of it because I knew who I was going to vote for. But literally in that one, I sat there the whole time, and then afterward, I was like, I don't even know which one I would vote for.
I need a proxy.
I'm going to go to Chat GPT and ask them who I should vote for.
I love that so much.
Oh man, it's tried to build me a WordPress plugin and giving me dimensions to do things with a new booth that I'll build out in the garage. I mean, it's an interesting thing, and it's helped me write some voiceover scripts as well.
That's awesome. It fixed my Excel formulas.
Oh, nice.
And that was when I realized that I don't even care if it's Skynet. I will gladly bow to Skynet if that's what it is, because I said, I want to do this, this, and this, and it spit out the formula. And I realized that I had explained it wrong. And I literally typed, no, I meant like B when I said escapes. And it went, oh, then this. And it was right.
Did it apologize to you? I know.
No, it kind of made me feel bad that I messed it up, but it was like it turned it around so quick. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, because I try to Chat GPT. It's an AI. It's an AI chat where basically you can ask it lots of things to do pretty much anything. It will write code. It will come up with scripts, storylines. I mean, there was a storyline that I had a thought about a storyline for Tiara, and
Don't spoil it.
No, I'm not. But I went on there and I told it what I was thinking of, and it like bullet pointed stuff and gave me new ideas and all kinds of shit. It was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
The human race is done in the next 50 years.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well,
either we're gonna do it to ourselves, or the Earth will,
or the AI is like,
have a fever.
What? You guys are terrible.
We're gonna take over. You guys just chill out.
I've seen all those movies.
You're gonna be like the people living in those spaceships and Wall-E.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's either AI gonna take over or the cordyceps.
It's like people take these rich people take the wrong lessons from science fiction novels.
True story. God, I saw a meme the other day that was basically saying that, like, it was like science fiction writer writes about, this evil death ray thing. And basically the title of it is like, don't build the death ray thing. And here we are 60 years later. And Elon Musk is like, you know what? I think I know how to make a death ray thing. And yeah, like people would applaud him if he did that. Like,
oh,
yeah. Yeah. It's like, I don't understand. You're a toddler with shit tons of power. It's just no. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the
Oh my
cordyceps is the way to go.
Maybe the what?
The cordyceps is the way to go. Have you?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, they don't
Devon,
seem.
have you been watching The Last of Us on HBO?
Oh,
first of us.
Demand. It's so good.
Yeah, it is good.
It's so good.
It's amazing.
As someone who never played the game, I'm like, wow, this is a good TV show. And then I talk to my friends, oh, that's not the same as the game.
No,
Oh my
the game-
god, that's terrible. Like
No, the game is
so much
amazing.
better.
The TV show.
Yeah, the game. I'm not a gamer. I like to watch Dean play though sometimes, especially when it's a good storyline, like the story, and like it's like they took. Well, it is that they took the story directly from the game and turned it into this bigger world, and like the things that they've changed have done nothing but make it better and make
I
it
love that.
more.
Agreed.
You know, like fuck the
I
Bill
mean-
storyline alone, like. No spoilers if anyone's not up to date, but holy fuck, that whole episode was just like probably some of the best TV I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So,
If that doesn't win Emmys,
oh yeah,
Definitely.
Something's
definitely.
wrong. something's
Ron
wrong.
Swan-
Because I've
Ron
never,
Swanson
I've
was
never
awesome.
yes,
gone into and like an hour, an episode of TV, not knowing a friggin' thing and coming out caring so intensely about people that they only had an hour and a half to tell.
Oh
them.
yeah.
Oh my
Totally.
lord.
Okay, you got
Yeah,
me.
you should watch it.
What's it on?
HBO.
This last 5 minutes was sponsored by HBO Max.
hey, if you want to be our sponsor,
Whatever.
They can't afford it.
Whatever's left of HBO Max.
right?
I mean,
What
I
other-
think they've already bought season 2 of Last of Us. So.
Yes, yes, they definitely.
Yeah.
they knew
Play
they had a hit with that one.
The game is awesome. And they're finally releasing it for PC in like the next month, I think.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
I might play that. See, I'm a PC gamer. I can't. I don't have the hand-eye coordination for up on the big TV, but
Mm.
I can still do like Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Into it.
It took me a long time to get to playing console games because I was so used to PC gaming for so
Oh,
long.
PC Master Race. Whatever. WASD. That's not natural movement.
Agreed.
Add that with the
That one.
mouse. Played the fuck out of Half-Life.
I tried to play Dead by Daylight on the PC, and I suck at it anyway. Might as well just. I should have been wearing mittens. Oh my lord!
I watched some of those people play back in the day who would play with the keyboard and the mouse. I'm like, how are you doing that?
Insane. Gamers.
Yeah. So do you think they could make a Jack Reacher video game?
Yes.
How do you think it would be? Do you just think it would be like one of those Mortal Kombat type of fighters?
Yeah, he'd just be beating everybody up.
It would just be Double Dragon, but one dragon. It's just him walking to the right, punching everything.
It's like that scene in Old Boy. If you haven't seen that movie, it's very disturbing, but it's
Oh my
real
god, it's
freaking
so
good.
disturbing.
But yeah, I would like to see a Jack. You know, they could. I mean, they got lots of source material. They could build a story-based game for Jack Reacher.
I think the key would be making the fighting engine, like however he beats people up, engaging, because that show is full. From what I understand, show is full of curb stomps. So how do you emulate that in a video
Well,
game? That would be my only thing.
It's
That and the
more elbows and
investigation.
headbutts. So
It's kind of like Arkham. It'd be like the Arkham games, but not
Hmm.
as jump aroundy.
Jack does not jump.
No, he waits for everyone to come to him.
He'll throw something in your face to distract you, and then hit you with an elbow as you're.
I feel like I feel like in a way it would be and I'm totally gonna like age myself here, but like I feel like an old school like Duke Nukem 2, that would be yeah. Like that's what I can imagine. He's gonna go and save the girl, or he's gonna, whatever, like solve whatever thing it is, but the whole
there has
way
to be
he's just punching things.
He has to have an investigation as well. I
Mhm.
think. because that's
And
I
like
mean,
what? All but one book, he sleeps with a girl in it. So
well,
there's got to be a
so-
girl.
I just realized why they'll never be a Jack Reacher video game.
Why?
Because all video games now are just ways to sell you cosmetics. What the hell are you going to do for cosmetics with a guy that just wears a t-shirt and jeans every day?
Cosmet blood red lips.
Well, I mean,
there's
that's-
only,
that's
according to the
Last of Us.
color crayons, there's only 64 colors. So that's a maximum of 64 shirts you could have.
Hematoma purple. Broken tooth yellow.
But he should be in Mortal Kombat. Make him a guy in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I could see that.
Then he doesn't have to think a lot or solve a mystery.
But I do like watching him investigate. It's always fun. I kind of wish they were making the second book into the second season. We haven't read the book
The
they're
book,
making the
yeah.
second. Yeah, they're making the second season on, but I look
Yeah.
forward to all of them.
Yeah.
I remember books.
Me
if
too.
you would you ever spend the time that Alan Richardson has spent to look like that? I've looked at him doing
I don't even
workouts.
spend time to look like I look right now.
I look at him doing workouts and I'm like, good Lord, man. I mean, so yeah, because he had to work out to get to that. But but he had to put on like 35 pounds of muscle.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
he's so full of gas.
It's like Liam Hemsworth becoming Thor. He had to put on all that.
I mean,
they're-
he's muscly as it is, but
He
yeah,
wasn't though. That's what I'm saying. Like
no,
in
I'm
the
talking
beginning.
about
Rich.
I'm talking about Alan Richardson.
Yes, I know. And I was
Oh,
saying
okay.
it's like Hemsworth because he had to put on a bunch of muscle when he first
Oh,
started
yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
And he's had to maintain it.
I mean,
Like,
he'd just come off
he
of being
said,
Richardson just came off of playing a football player, and then he had to be more muscular than the football player he was playing.
Typecast much? But hey, get that paper, man. Get that paper. Typecast the shit out of me.
right?
Yeah, right.
So,
Oh no, I'm gonna get typecast as a big, handsome, muscly guy. Oh no,
seriously,
I get to
I
kiss
could be the
girls and punch
snivelly
bad
villain.
guys.
there is
There already is one.
there is
yeah.
one there that actually done by Troy Baker, the guy who voices Joel in the game.
Yeah, you can
so-
watch it on YouTube. Like as soon as the episode drops, they drop an episode of the podcast, and they're fantastic and have money that we will never dream of having to do a podcast.
But yeah, Troy,
But they-
I love Troy. Troy is an awesome voice actor. He's been in a ton of stuff, and unfortunately, he gets to be and Ashley Johnson, who played Ellie, both get to be in the series.
That's cool.
That's
Yeah. So it's they
Still
asked
trips
Troy
me out
about
that it's Ashley Johnson. She'll
She
always
was-
she'll always be the little sister in what was it, Growing Pains?
Growing pains, the
Yeah.
youngest sister with all the curly hair. So
she
if you remember back
was
in the
the like
days
jump the shark years, every series back then would add a kid in like year 4 or whatever. That was her.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
So
But she's gone on to do lots of voice acting,
Oh, yeah.
and I mean she's
been
done 2 of these
consistently
games
acting
now
for
so-
years.
But those guys are awesome. I mean, I think the biggest thing I was concerned with was Troy Baker playing Joel has a much deeper voice, and he's got this, and I know that Pedro Pascal is not quite there. So
Right.
but I like the way that they did it, and that because I don't know if you've noticed, but I mean, in the game, Joel is white, and in the TV show, Pedro Pascal is Hispanic. His brother, in the game, Joel's brother in the game, white. His brother in the show, Hispanic. So
Hold
I
it.
thought, so they kept it like it was a family. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. They didn't. So yeah, it was great. And the little girl that played his daughter at the very beginning,
Tandy
is
Way Newton's daughter
anyways, Newton's daughter. I'm like,
looks just
she-
like her too.
I was like,
oh my
oh,
god.
Oh, she does. I didn't know that was her, but dang,
Yeah.
it does.
That's yeah. that like we were watching it and he kept going, why does she look so familiar? And we looked it up and like immediately you can see it looks, and she sounds just like her too. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Totally.
We got left a comment. I'd listened to the Last of Us
Yeah.
recap podcast, and we're doing it.
Yeah. But I was
Pretty
saying
much.
they actually have one that's done by HBO, but it's the host is Troy Baker, the guy that voiced Joel in the game. But yeah, if you haven't played the game, play the game. It's awesome, and it will not detract at all from the show. Either way, I mean, if watch them, play them. I mean, they're amazing. The story is awesome. But yeah, I'm excited for. I don't know if the next season for Reachers. I think it should be coming out this year because I know he's already been working on it. So
I would think.
So hopefully by the end of the year.
It was really great hanging out with you guys, but I gotta go get ready. So I will talk to you later.
Thank
Get your boogie
you.
on.
Love you.
Love you too, babe.
I like you as a friend.
I'm
Get
fond
outta
of
here.
you in the platonic way. Excellent.
The new Critical Role is already coming out, and they had to draw that, so you'd think that would take longer than a live action.
Wow.
Yeah. I know, like even the Simpsons and shit like that takes all those animated shows, like just the animation alone is like the thing that takes the longest. I mean, processing voiceover, simple. Putting music to things, that's a little harder because you got to find the right music, and that's a matter of is everybody's taste going to go along with that. Like when I'm making voiceover videos for myself, and I'm putting music and stuff behind it, I'm like, okay, does this sound right? Or you know, even when I'm making the videos for this and I put the background music on it, I'm like, okay, I mean, I'll sit there and I'll probably download, I'll listen to like 5 different, a whole bunch of songs, and I'll end up downloading 5 and say, okay, and then just put it with the video. I'm like, does that match up? What if I trim it here? And so that, because scoring stuff gets really rabbit holy.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
So who do you think would be, I mean, out of the ones that Jack did not fight, who do you think would have been the best one for him to fight?
I have my answer.
Yeah.
I got to go back and look at the other bracket.
I was I'll buy Acadia some time then. Honestly, I thought it was who I thought it was going to be in the finals. Amos. I thought they're very similar. Yeah, and also the Expanse is new-ish. So I thought that would have been a great battle. Just like on a straight brutality, Yeah,
I still think Reacher would win that one just because Amos is not really trained like that. I mean, as far as just duking it out, if they were just and Amos doesn't give up. He fights to kill. So if he's not fighting to kill, it's because he's letting you have a chance to walk away. So
I was gonna say the guy that fought Kato, but I couldn't think of his name. So we're on the same page. This is still big, but that guy's the best out of people that don't know how to fight. You know what I mean? Like the people that threw a punch and nobody ever said, no, do it this way. Like as soon as you cross that line into having been trained in any way, I think you just get to another level.
Yeah. I mean, because there's some that got beat out. Like, so Reacher never had to fight Luke Hobbs, which would have been, as far as training and size goes, the most equal of matches. Right.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind have seen that either.
Yeah. I mean, how do you see that one going?
Oh boy. Ooh. That's a good daggone question. Because they're comparable in size, they're comparable in training. Oh boy. We have more tape on. We have more tape on Reacher. I probably would on my first thought would be Reacher would win that one, but we had a lot of upsets in this tournament. Like John Wick didn't get out of the first round.
Yeah, that's wild to me.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, because again, you can't bring the guns into play. You're just talking straight hand to hand.
Right.
Because if everybody's bringing guns, then Kato loses right off the bat. Rama loses right off the bat. So many of them. Assam, all of them. I suppose you could have. Is there a fighter just on fighting skill alone that could take out somebody who's got a gun?
No.
It's not unless they're a superhero of some sort.
I become the master of run foo.
Trying to think of myself with a gun. Like, do you ever see Capricorn 1?
No.
So it's crazy old. And it was James Brolin and like O.J. Simpson. And they faked going to Mars. And the astronauts didn't know that it was a fake until they actually got into the thing. And then instead of going to Mars, they just went on to some sound station. And there was all this intrigue and whatever. And when they were splitting up, James Brolin goes to one guy, "You want a gun?" And he goes, "I'd shoot my foot." And then he offered it to O.J. Simpson, and he went, "I'd shoot his foot." And that is how I kind of feel like I would be with the gun. Like, I don't...
If I found myself in that situation, I've made a bunch of wrong choices, and I'm going to deserve what I get at the end of this.
Because I was the record scratch and the freeze. They wonder how I got here.
Me too.
So is there anybody you think was missing from this bracket that could have done better than anyone else? I mean, we had lots of people. I remember we had a pretty good initial vote for the seating. I can't remember who all was in that, but
the only one I can't the only one I can remember not making it was Wong Fei Hung. Was there any? Who are the other ones? Do you remember?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I'd have to go probably look at the videos I set up because I had so many little videos of all them.
It just occurred to me, we didn't have Lee from the Rush Hour movies, Jackie Chan's character from the Rush Hour movies in this. That he might have had a nice showing.
Possibly, yeah.
Chief Inspector Lee.
I'm surprised none of the like Dutch from Predator, none of the Arnold Schwarzenegger characters made it.
I'm trying to remember if we had one. I know we had Rocky was in there. I do remember Rocky being in there.
Mm-hmm. No, he was no.
I think we had John McClane in there.
I gotta think.
But yeah, we had a.
Do we have Martin Riggs?
Yes, we did.
Daniel Craig, James Bond would be a good fight.
Not
Roger Moore, James
Bond. We had James Bond in there, but it was, it was just James Bond.
Ah, gotcha.
I mean, when I was doing the videos, I was using old Sean Connery stuff though.
That's right. We had James Bond versus Ethan Hunt like before this tournament started.
Yeah, we did. And I think Ethan Hunt won, didn't he? If I remember correctly.
I think he did.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, I think we may need to find somebody that actually presents an actual challenge to Acadia and revisit every so often the Reacher versus who this time.
Oh,
yeah,
that would
Reacher's,
be fun. That would actually be funny.
yeah, he's got to come back and defend the title, man.
Reacher, yeah. So who's gonna? Yeah, who's gonna be next? So yeah,
I'm gonna Bruno Sammartino this belt. I'm gonna have it for 2,000 days.
Jack Reacher versus Glass Joe.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, how many movies was Mike Tyson in? How many Hangover movies was Mike Tyson in?
I never seen any of them, so I can't say.
I only saw the first one. I know he was in that. If he's in the second one, we could put Mike Tyson in.
I mean,
Jack Reacher versus Mike Tyson.
Jack Reacher stomps cutting Mike Tyson cold, but he's still Mike Tyson.
Tyson would work the body for sure. You may not be able to reach Jack's head though.
Oh, that'd be so
Tyson's not
terrible.
tall.
it's funny that you say that. I watched an interview with Tyson, and he goes, "Yeah, I know I'm short." He goes, "That's why I always tried to hit him low. They
Mhm.
would bend down to get me, and as soon as their chin got low enough, then I could hit it."
There are knockouts. He was so strong that he had body blow knockouts.
Yeah.
Like that was incredible. I don't think people get like
I'm curious how he would have done in MMA. I mean, he didn't have. I would, because yeah, he's got the striking. How would, I mean, could he learn the grappling and the kicking part of it?
if he could learn enough to I think he could learn enough to stuff takedowns. And if he got good at that, that would be a problem. Because he could probably, because as long as he protects his head, he could probably take a couple kicks. But there's no MMA fighter that could throw hands with Mike Tyson. I don't believe that.
Do you think? But I mean, he'd have to get out of the way of being wrapped up.
That's true. That's true.
So yeah, I don't know how he would fare against that part of things, because he likes to get close, and when he gets close, that's what
They're like, oh,
in
grab
MMA
you,
somebody's
we're going to
going
the
to grab you.
Yeah, we're going to the ground. You think I'm getting hit by you? You're out of your
That is
mind.
Let's take this.
Yeah,
to the ground.
yeah. It's and it's a completely different discipline. Like, are you saying like if he came up as in
Well, I mean,
MMA?
let's just say that at some point during the height of his boxing prowess, that he decided he was going to go MMA. Let's say MMA UFC was like it is now.
He'd make a ton
back
of money,
then.
but he wouldn't win. He could make a ton of money, but I don't think he'd win. That's why Conor McGregor didn't fight Floyd Mayweather in the octagon. He fought him in a boxing ring and got beat up for a half hour, whatever it was. Yeah, Mike Tyson would. I don't think people around Mike Tyson would allow him to do that, because it's a separate discipline.
I
Him at
mean,
the height of his powers, no.
I mean, Cuss wouldn't let him do it.
Right.
Don, on the other hand,
Anybody with his best interest in mind would not send him into that. Let's say
True.
that.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
Yeah. So what are we looking for? So now that the scrappers are done, what are we looking at next, do you think? And Katie, I'm here. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are, being that you've been with us for quite a while now.
That's true. Along the same lines, like,
Well, it doesn't have to be scrappers. It could be, like we've done spies, we've done serial killers, we've done ducks, wizards. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a bracket. I mean, I definitely want to say that for the next bracket that we do, it will be no more than starting with 8, not 16.
that makes
Yeah.
a lot of sense.
You sure you don't want to start with 4?
Well, we could do a 4.
Maybe start with 4 and then have the champ, then whoever wins that defend the title a little more often.
Could be, yeah, sure.
But we had talked about fictional musical bands.
Oh yeah. So yeah, like you got the Wonders and Sex Bomb and Josie and the Pussycats, And
Everybody loses to Eddie and the Cruisers.
we are Sex Bomb. Oh, you got Spinal Tap. The band, their band from A Mighty Wind.
The 5 Heartbeats.
Yeah.
Sexual Chocolate.
CB4. Because I'm black, y'all, and I'm black. I'm black and I'm black. I love that movie so much. And the huge balls. Oh, fuck.
Flip from my balls.
I love that when the guy was working at the sex, doing the sex phone stuff. And he's on the phone. He goes, yeah. I'm licking your balls. Yeah. Your balls are big.
Best balls I ever had.
That's an underrated movie.
This is no job for a black man.
Oh man.
Didn't
But
the
yeah,
place they eat at was just called Big Ass Biscuit, right?
Yes, big ass biscuits. Shut up, eat your big ass biscuit.
Barbecue and foot massage.
You know who I would have put in the tournament?
Who?
Snake Plissken.
Ooh, that man, yeah. That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, he flew the Gulf Fire over Leningrad. That's a skill.
He also put Jack Burton in.
That's true.
So he would just luck his way into winning. Something would fall on Reacher's head.
Yeah.
And knock him out.
He's in the corner. What's in the bottle, egg? Potion? Yeah, good. I thought so.
Feeling pretty
If we're
good.
not back in an hour, call the president.
Oh man. I probably watched that movie at least 20 times when I was a kid. Well, whenever it was out. I was a little bit older than just a kid, but
I am still shocked they haven't done a remake of that.
yeah, I think Carpenter would have to do it. Because unless he sold the rights to anyone else. But yeah, I would.
He's probably
maybe
still
we just
stinging from Escape from L.A.
maybe that's what we need to do. We need to put all his characters that he's played. Jack Burton versus Snake Plissken. Who else has he played?
Oh, the flubber guy. The football player from when he was with Robin Williams.
Tango or Cash? I can't remember which one.
Yeah, whichever one. Cameron.
Now that would be funny. Putting up an actor who's played multiple different characters. I mean, you could do like a whole fucking shitload of Tom Cruise.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious. Or we could also do the multiple iterations of the same character, like each James Bond against him. Again, like Daniel Craig, Sean Connery, Roger Moore.
I think Daniel Craig's going to win all that.
I mean, not if it's a being smooth contest, then Roger Moore would be winning for sure.
Definitely. He was also the Saint.
That's true.
The
only thing I can think of, and I don't have it in my head yet, is apocalyptic futures. Like, could like the Mad Max world beat like the Hunger Games? And I don't know a way to do it. I'm just trying to I just keep thinking there's so many dystopian nightmares, you know, in the future. And then criminal organizations. Like
you got the
Spectre
Godfather,
and
Goodfellas.
Yeah. And then the big James Bond ones, Spectre, and then whoever the
Hydra
mission. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. I'm just trying to think of like tropes that there's always a lot of that you could like expand into. Because they always do the big comparison of, which future do you want, Star Trek or Mad Max? Well, Star Trek, objectively, but Mad Max has way cooler cars. Like
you get a nice V8 that you suck all the fuel out of.
That's
right. in about 3 miles. That's why you got to have that whole fucking tanker to go with you.
Oh, jeez.
I would love to have that little plane that dude had.
Oh, his little gyro. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun to fly. It'd be probably scary as fuck as well.
Man.
But yeah, I think we have a lot of options that we can look at here, because it's debates for lots of different things can make for a lot of fun. I mean, I know that there's already one that what are they called? Death match.
Hmm.
That and that's I mean, that's a lot of superhero type characters for the most part. Which is kind of, I mean, it's part of the reason I steer away from superhero characters, because there's so many different iterations of them, and there's really no way to argue, who's going to be more powerful, Superman or Omni Man, or I mean, I love watching Omni Man, but, and there's ones that I think would be great, but I don't know enough about them. There's so much that can be, from one Earth to another Earth, universe, whatever there's just too much that. Oh, but in this one, yeah, that's going to make for a very fucking long debate.
The only way I could see doing superheroes is if we left it to the movies, which would limit the scope of what we have to work with. Because earlier when we were talking about the different iteration characters, the first thought I had was having each actor of Batman, Adam West to
Bale.
Robert Pattinson,
Oh yeah.
all the way to him, and like throw them in the ring and like have them all have at it to see who the best Batman was. That was my original idea when we were talking about it earlier when I mentioned James Bond. So
Yeah,
we could maybe there's a possibility we could do superhero movies.
Well, I think if one of the things that you could, I mean, because there's a lot of them from the comic books, are characters who don't have superpowers at all. I mean, because I mean, Batman doesn't have superpowers. Punisher doesn't have superpowers. I'm sure there's more that I am not thinking. I mean, well, Iron Man doesn't have superpowers. So I'm sure there's tons that you can come up with that don't have them. I mean, I think
Black Widow.
Black Widow. I don't know about Constantine, John Constantine. I mean,
He's got spells. That counts as a power.
Yeah.
But Batman would just win.
We need to put him.
Nobody would. Everyone would go because he's Batman. Why did he win? Because he's Batman. Because he would
have to go against. I mean, in the end, that would end up him and Tony Stark.
Right.
I think.
And Batman would be like, well, you can't stay in that suit forever, and as soon as you're out of it, you're a little fucking drunk mollusk, and smack, 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 and that's the end of you. You stare a lot for a guy who can't fight, Stark.
Put Jack Reacher in the Iron Man suit.
That's not gonna be tight.
Speaking of Carpenter, you could do horror too.
Yeah.
Jason, Michael, Freddy.
Yeah.
Ghostface.
The chainsaw dude.
Leatherface. Yeah, just
Leatherface.
Pop in Dead by Daylight. You'll see like everybody. But yeah, for reals, that would be fun because there's a lot of lore to pick from because they each have like 37.
Michael Myers. Yeah. Which Michael Myers are you gonna get? Rob Zombie's Michael Myers?
Oh, I would split them. There's 3. No, 4 now. There's the original one. There's the Thorn trilogy one. There's the Rob Zombie one, and then there's the one from the movies they just did.
Rob Zombie had 2, right?
He had 2 movies, but it was the same big, hunkin' Michael that talked.
Yeah.
Blasphemy.
I mean, I like the idea of it, and I mean, showing that how he got to where he got. So, I mean, they did that better than showing how Darth Vader, how he became Darth Vader. Are we saying that maybe Rob Zombie should have directed the prequels?
Watch your mouth.
Watch
Your filthy whore mouth.
So you just gave me an idea.
Although I would like to see,
Let's
like,
bring up
Rob's-
GPT. I want you to, dear Chat GPT, I want you to write a story of for the prequels as written by Rob Zombie.
My God. You imagine.
The one
Poor
person
little
who's watching
Anakin
this
is
right now is probably going to
Anakin's
go do that.
stepfather's all drunk, throwing beer bottles of blue milk at the wall of the fucking hut. Having affairs with sand people. It might be too dark, but I could see a good tournament where you go, okay, well, we're gonna do villains.
Mm-hmm.
But the debate is not which villain would win against which villain, it's which villain is worse. So the advocate has to point out just how bad they are. Like, oh,
You mean
Luke Skywalker, like
how
Darth
badass
Vader,
they
blah,
are?
blah. Like, then you get to pull out, yeah, he did just kill a whole bunch of kids. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? But that would get super dark if you went that way.
The younglings.
And the younglings thing, if you look deep into it, that's not even the worst thing he did.
that's terrifying.
Also, probably there were a couple babies and whatnot on Alderaan, and you just blew that up.
That's like,
Yeah.
well, that's like being on in what I was artillery. You don't see what you're blowing up. Really.
That's right, like Homer. It's funny because I don't know them.
Exactly. And
But
that's
that
how I
could
deal with my
be-
trauma. Oh, there's a hot girl behind me.
Damn.
Man,
Have fun.
what kind of mansion do you have that has 2 rooms with computers in it?
Well, that's my work computer.
Uh,
This is my, well, and then I have my booth right there for my voiceover stuff.
I mean, all of my things are the same.
Well, my
My-
work gives me a laptop and monitors for me to do their work for them. So
Well, I have a work laptop and it's a Mac, but I make the big concession to unplug one of my monitors from my personal one and use it as the second monitor. Then at 5 o'clock, instead of sliding down the dinosaur like Fred Flintstone, I just yank that mother out, plug it back in.
yeah, but do.
Well, I hope that there's more.
Yeah. There's going to be more of this. I mean, because first I need to take a break for How Are You Now? Because I know I'm going to be on their wrap up show, which is going to be in a couple of weeks, I think. So Tiara and I will be on there.
Produce stand?
Huh?
For the produce stand?
Produce stand, yeah, sorry. So we'll be on that, and then we'll be doing another table read for How Are You Now, which we're getting we're getting a script. Well, we actually already have the script from David Mack, who wrote another script for us before. David Mack, if you don't know him, is a brilliant author, New York Times bestselling author. He's written for Star Trek, a few of the Star Trek shows. He's written novels, and he's a big Letterkenny fan. So that's how we met up. And yeah, so he said he knew we were doing the table reads, and he said, "Hey, if I sent you a spec script that I had, would you do it?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, that would be fun."
That's
So
awesome.
he sent us one, and he even had a new character in it. And now he's sent us another one, which has got like 15 characters in it.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, yeah, I mean, and it's all the like. I mean, you got the Hicks, of course. So there's 4 there. You got Riley and Jonesy. Actually, the Skids aren't in this one. You got Dax and Ron, which I think this is gonna. I don't know if this is the first one we have Dax and Ron, and maybe the second one.
Second one.
Okay. Then we got Joy Boy and Tyson, the McMurrays, and Jim Dickens, and I can't remember who the other 2 are. Not remembering. Maybe it was the Skids, but I don't think so. I'd have to go look at it, but yeah, there are 15 characters that I found. But that's not. I think that's probably what we did this last time with the talent show. There were 15 characters in there.
Yeah, a lot of people had to double up on that one.
Yeah,
I'm bummed that I didn't get to fight Wayne. I thought Wayne would cruise just from the meta of you guys. And I had the opening. I waited. I wanted to use it, and I could never use it.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. I mean, that was a close bout. I mean, Kato beat Wayne 52.8 to 47.2. Wow. So that was a close bout.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be able to go. Got my ass thrown through the produce store, the produce stand the other day.
I came up to the laneway the other day and threw Wayne through the produce stand.
I was going to do the whole thing of Wayne telling the story.
Oh, that'd been amazing. That'd have been so good.
Fella down from the States come up the laneway the other day and threw me through the produce stand. They gave me the old, how are you now? I said, good and you. I think I'm sure we could coax Awesome into stepping up for Wayne. Either, could be Awesome, could be Al, could be lots of folks that we could get to.
I will say it again. I will say it again until you finally give this to me. I want Wayne v. Shorzy.
Okay. Yeah,
that's the one I want.
Yeah, I think that's I think probably what most is going to be focused on there is how Wayne backed Shorzy up when at that last time when Shorzy left Letterkenny.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that would be the big argument there. Well, Wayne had to be there for Shorzy in order to, and Wayne's taken on multiple people type of thing, but yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting. We can still line it up. Maybe have to be Awesome and Casey, who does Letterkenny Answers, and have them. I think they both would be awesome. I mean, well, one of them is awesome, but they would both be great. And then Reacher takes on whoever wins.
That's fun.
That would be quite the month.
Yeah, we could line that up. I think we could line that up. Would be interesting.
I'm really glad I met you guys.
Me too. I mean,
now I've known you for like a year and a half, so it's not like
isn't that wild?
Yeah. If you ever want, I know you do stuff. What is your podcast?
Strangeful Things.
Yeah,
is the main one, and I'm going to be right outside Charlotte later this month at the Mad Monster Party, which has quite the lineup this time. Some good guests. Jason Patrick is going to be there. A bunch of people from American Horror Story, including the handsome guy from the beginning, first one. You know who I mean? He was on
the guy who played Quicksilver.
No, he's too famous because he was Dahmer in that.
Yeah.
So he's too famous. No, it's hold on, sorry. Let's wait. Dylan McDermott.
He sounds familiar. I'm trying to think of that.
Yeah, you'll know him if you see him. Also Robert Englund and Keith David, the guy from the Thing who lived.
I love Keith David.
And Peter Criss. I'm sure he's looking great.
But yeah, I don't know if I went into one of the AI art programs and I told it to generate me a Dylan McDermott Mulroney.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was gonna say Delbert Maroney. That's awesome. And it's Robert Patrick, not Jason Patrick.
Oh, the T1000.
Oh, T1000 and Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. And Ron Simmons from the Acolytes.
Damn.
I want to see Clancy Brown at one of those things.
Oh, he's a legend.
The Kurgan.
What a friggin' legend. Maybe
that's who because they can be the immortals can be beaten up,
Right.
knocked out or whatever.
Oh, sure.
So I mean, Jack Reacher versus the Kurgan. I mean,
Mm,
I mean,
that's tasty.
but I don't know. I mean, if Reacher knew that it was a decapitation fight going in, because I don't think he would naturally go for I need to cut off his head. That wouldn't be where he instinctively went.
Mm,
As a matter of fact, I think he'd lose that because of that.
maybe. I mean, I think he could tear off somebody's head. I mean, especially if he likes working with the head, so he would give a headbutt. He'd
Yeah,
probably
right.
poke the eyes out.
That's true
He-
too.
I mean, he's not opposed to fighting dirty at all.
No, that is true.
It would be an interesting one. Have to see. I'd love to see that Keith and Heather do those characters.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
I got
Yeah,
something
we're gonna
to
have to-
say.
He's gonna have to fight somebody big, like the Xenomorph from Alien.
Get some acid on him and just piss
Yeah.
him off.
Yeah. No, I need a new T-shirt from the Kmart.
My acid has improved your voice. Yeah.
I'm
All
gonna do a
right.
story on Stranger Things about, and I will
Yeah.
spoil it here, but you'll hear the details of it. A woman got an itch on her head,
Mhm.
and it wouldn't go away, and it wouldn't go away. And then she went to the doctor, and they gave her all sorts of steroid injections and everything like that. Yada yada yada. She scratched a hole through her skull all the way to her brain.
Ew.
Neat.
She ended up in a home with oven mitts duct tape around her hands
Oh my gosh.
and a helmet because there was no other way to keep her from doing it.
It's like Mike Birbiglia trying to keep him from not sleepwalking.
Right? You think you got problems?
They're in the same. Okay, I want to see a comedy story of them living in the same room in a mental.
Oh, can you imagine? Hey, can you help me? That's right. He's very suggestible when he's sleeping. Excellent.
Come scratch this for me. Oh Jesus!
Well, I
All right.
appreciate the hell out of you guys, and if you
Yeah.
ever need me, you just let me know.
Oh, definitely. You are on our short list for Colin. But I love doing this. Even though it's a hell of a lot of work. It'll be nice to have some time away.
Yeah.
And it'll be nice to knowing what we know now, not having to do 16 of these.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
That's too many cats to herd, but
great, for sure.
but
And hey, look at by the time we got to this one, I was early.
yeah, that's good. I mean, shit, yeah.
Damn straight.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. All right. So Devon, you want to walk us out here? What do we got next?
Well, we don't know yet because we're going on a bit of a hiatus while you and Tiara go back get with How are you? So
How are you now?
until next time.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed the episode. We are now asking you to go vote for your champion. You don't need a vote, though. We want to thank our advocates for their amazing defense of their champions. And finally, we'd like to thank the musical artists who created the music that helps make our show so great. We've got Hard Fight by Tajirigis, Game Changer by Icolix, Fight Club by Evil Bear Boris, Fight Makes Right by Atake, and This Party Sucks by Done With Fish. They can be found on freemusicarchive.org or on artlist.io. See you next time.